Welcome to this week's gathering. The subject matter today is self-empowerment through earth-based spirituality. I'm Reverend Diane. I'm a graduate of One Spirit, and we will be joined with Reverend Wendy and Reverend Leslie later. So it's 3 parts, and each of us will share how we experience earth-based spirituality. I will take us into the body and its connection to nature, and then we'll move out. Wendy will take us through ritual meditation as our connection to the earth and the planet. And then Leslie will take us out even further to the cosmos. So we're planning on leaving some time at the end of the meeting for you guys to share if you have any questions or anything like that. So I'm just going to get started and talk about my earth-based spirituality, and that is Taoism. Now, a lot of you may or may not know that the roots of Taoism is shamanism. The Taoists, the ancient Taoists, and we're talking 3,000 to 5,000 years ago, practiced shamanism. They were called, in China, they were called the Wu people. And what they did is they tried to live in harmony with nature rather than trying to control it. And in that harmony, they could help their bodies as they lived in harmony with the earth, their bodies, nature, and the cosmos. And they did this through healings, through divinations, through prophecies, astrology, nutrition. That's where the I Ching comes from. And it's all about flowing with the cycles of nature, or the cycles of what is natural. In Taoist traditions, there's a fountain of wisdom and knowledge for restoring one's relationship to the earth and also learning from the earth about oneself. And by practicing these things, we awaken our soul's calling. We awaken our soul's connection to nature and all that is natural. And as a result, the elements within our body start to vibrate to the same frequency as the cycles of nature, the natural cycles of that which is around us. So how do we do this? Well, from a Taoist perspective, there's nothing for us to do than just be who we are. I know that sounds confusing, but that's Taoism. In other words, in Taoist practices, you let go of worrying about your failed past or worrying about what's going to happen in the future, and you're just in the present. There's no other feeling to have other than the feeling that we have right now. In Taoist philosophy, it's often compared to water, because water flows, never tries to be anything other than what it is. And it simply lets go into the path of least resistance. For instance, if you watch water go over land, there may be like fingers that happen of the water, right? And maybe 1, 2, 3 of those fingers just come to a stop. There's a dead end. Now, the water doesn't say, oh, I planned on going that way, and now there's a dead end. Now I failed. The way it goes. If it stops, it stops. Often it would stop and maybe fill up and then move to another course. So I'm going to ask you, when you come up to a dead end, what are your plans? What do you say to yourself? Do you say, I failed? Do you say, this is not what I planned? Do you try to change the dead end? Or do you just go with the flow and learn from that stopping? Because everything in Taoism is a learning experience. It's a point of communication to let us know how to grow, how to transform. Do you tell yourself when you're at a stop, I can't transform now because I was planning on doing this and now it's not going to work? The water doesn't think that way. The land simply tells it, this is not the way to go. Try that way. So when you come up to a dead end, instead of trying to change it, perhaps say, this is my soul saying this is not the way to go. try another way. There's always, always a path of transformation, whether we like it or not, whether it feels good or not, there's always an opportunity to transform. And when you feel that you're not transforming, it's not the you that's not transforming, it's the ego. Because the true you can transform in any situation. So on that note, let's do some breath work. I want to take us through some breath work to transform our organs. And know from a Taoist perspective, your organs are already healed. There's a saying that you can be and have anything you want as long as you already have it. So in other words, our organs are already healed. They're already 100% healed. We're just going to tap into it and recognize that it's already healthy and whole. So I'm going to take you through this breathing exercise, if you don't mind. So this breathing exercise is called she breathing. That's X-I, but it's pronounced S-H-E, she breathing. Brings oxygen to our body, to our organs, to our blood, to our chi. And I'm going to take us through 5 organs. And we'll do some visualization with that as well. So she breathing is as follows. 2 breaths in, the nose. 2 breaths out, the mouth. In with the nose, out with the mouth. So let's all try it. In with the nose, out with the mouth. In with the nose, out with the mouth. And you're going to continue with that as I guide you through. If you feel lightheaded, it just means that oxygen is getting to your cells. Nobody has ever died from breathing too much. So don't worry about it. It's all part of the process. If it makes you anxious, then just stop and breathe normally. Okay? So let's close your eyes, if you don't mind, and just take 2 breaths in the nose, out with the mouth. Don't go too fast because you'll hyperventilate. In with the nose, out with the mouth. Keep going. And as you are breathing, when you breathe in through the nose, breathe in all that collective consciousness of Mother Earth, all that is natural, all her cycles that are in harmony, that move and flow effortlessly. Breathe all of that energy in. And then as you exhale, exhale all that which you do not want in your body out. You can imagine it as gray smoke or just energy or whatever visualization works for you. Breathe in and out. And in and out. And now, as you're breathing, picture the liver. The liver is an organ on the right side of the body, under the lungs, the bottom of the ribs. The liver that is associated, the season that associates with the liver is spring. So the liver energy is aligned with spring energy. So that means growth. That's when the seeds start to stir in the ground and push, the sprouts push their way through the crust of that seed, through the crust of the dirt. So the liver energy is growth and pushing up and youth and newness. The color associated with liver is green. The element associated with liver is the woods, and the virtue is enthusiasm. So as you breathe in that green energy and surround the liver, penetrate the liver, fill the liver with enthusiasm. And as you breathe out anything that isn't enthusiastic, like anger, for instance. And now stop the she breathing. Keep your eyes closed, breathe normally, and just tune into your liver. What is it telling you? Is it giving you a message or not? Does it feel different? Move into your felt sense, not your mind. Move into the innate knowledge of the body, the felt sense. And just listen to your liver. And let's start the she breathing again. And now let's focus on the heart. The heart is in the chest, and the season is associated with the heart is summer. So summer is full, sunny, fun. It's the zenith. Its color is pink, red, orange, like a fiery sun. Its element is fire. So it's about movement, heat, fun. Its virtue is joy. So fill that heart with as much joy as you can possibly muster. Allow that pink, red, orange energy to fill your heart, surround your heart with healing and wholeness. And as you fill that heart with joy, with your exhalation, exhale anything that is not joy, like anxiety. Let it ride out with your breath. Stop the she breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Breathe normally. And just allow the heart to talk to you. Is it giving you a message? What is your felt sense? The heart knows. Allow it to talk to you. And let's pick up the she breathing again. And now we're with the spleen. The spleen is on the left side of the body under the lungs, at the bottom of the ribs. The season associated with spleen is late summer. So we are in spleen season right now. It's about slowing down. It's not about stopping. It's about slowing down. It's about gathering all that up and out energy of the liver and the heart and bringing it into center. It's about groundedness, centering ourselves. Its color is yellow. Its element is earth, which is also very grounding. Its virtue is confidence. So fill that spleen with confidence and that beautiful golden yellow energy, that light, penetrating the spleen, surrounding the spleen, filling the spleen with confidence. And anything that is not confidence rides out on your exhalation, like worry, overthinking, pensiveness. And stop the she breathing. Breathe normally. And now listen to your spleen. What is your body telling you? What are you feeling? Does it feel different? And now the lungs. Start the she breathing. The lungs are in the chest, inside the ribs. The season is fall, so it's about harvesting. It's about slowing down even more. So slow down your breath. The slower your breath, the longer you live. Filling your body with breath. Slowing down, harvesting all that you have sown, reaping what you have sown. The color is white. The element is air or metal. And the virtue is kindness. So fill those lungs with kindness. Fill them with the white light of healing. Surround your lungs with the white light. And let go of anything that is not kindness out of your lungs, out of the breath, like grief, for instance. Stop the she breathing. What are your lungs telling you? And lastly, let's pick up the she breathing again. This time we're going to do the kidneys. The kidneys are located in the back behind the 12th rib. That's why it's the last rib in the back. That's what that rib is for, to protect the kidneys. Now we're in winter, so we're in silence, we're in stillness. That seed is dormant, deep inside the earth. It's winter, it's cold, there's ice, everything is still. We're in complete yin. The color is a dark blue, almost like you're at the bottom of the ocean, surrounded by sereneness and quiet in that blue, dark blue water. The element is water, and the virtue is healthy caution into wisdom. So fill those kidneys with that dark blue light. The virtue is caution and wisdom. So anything that is not caution and wisdom, such as fear, let it ride out with your exhalation. Stop your she breathing. What are your kidneys telling you? Keep your eyes closed and tune into your whole body. Are there any messages from your organs? Are there any suggestions on how you could treat them better? What do they want you to do or think or eat or connect to nature more in order for them to feel healthier? Feel those organs, feel the connection and co-creation that you have, your organs have, with nature and the natural flow of nature, of our organs. And know that our organs, our body, our health is held and supported and healed and emboldened really by Gaia, by our mother, by Mama. And we now flow with her because we are whole and therefore we are healed. You can open your eyes. Come back into your space. And with gratitude, I thank you. Wendy.
Thank you. My name is Wendy, Reverend Wendy, and I'm from the class of 2014, and I welcome you all to gathering tonight. I'm going to lead us in a guided meditation. It will continue what Diane just walked us through, and I would invite you to stay comfortable. One way in which pagans and nature spirituality practice that is shared by people all around the world is to connect with the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. This is something that I've experienced and observed throughout different cultures and across the world, and it's ancestral to all of us, so no one group or tradition claims ownership over these practices. So I'm going to invite you once again to close your eyes and get comfortable. Center yourself and allow yourself to continue with the deep breaths. I invite you now to take deep breaths as you ground your energy down into Mother Earth. Go ahead and allow yourself to connect with her through your feet. If you're laying down, allow it to connect through your back. Now allow that energy to rise. Rise through your body that you've just reconnected with. Connect upward and outward through the top of your head. Let it flow now into the sky. Allow yourself to connect with the sky, with Great Spirit, with God, with Father Sky, with Source, whichever works for you. We breathe deeply. We breathe into this space. Now imagine that you're seated in the center of a bright orb, and the orb is a twilight. Let it surround your body. The orb is filled with stars. As you breathe in, you realize yourself that you are one with these stars and with this twilight. Now you feel this light surrounds you snugly. Any continued attachments, worries about what you have to do or what you did today, or any mundane stress, let it go from you. And just be present. Be present in your body. Be present in this light, this twilight. Be present with the stars. You are present now. You're in a very safe and holy balance of earth, sky, and stars. Feel them within and around you. Feel the presence of the universe and be one with this presence. Allow this orb to slightly move away from your body, allowing some space between you. Let it fill with glowing starlight. Now in your mind's eye, go ahead and connect with the direction of the east. Allow your mind to associate with air, the element of air. What does that mean to you? Thoughts, ideas, words, poetry, song, expression. Think of the animals that inhabit the air, those that fly. And as you connect with the spirit of air, notice which animal comes forward to greet you now. Don't judge or question who comes forth. The first animal that shows itself to you. Focus on this animal and think about it. What does it look like? What kind of feathers or skin does it wear? How does this animal live? Does it live in community? Does it live solitary? What does this animal eat? What quality does it wish to share with you? What gift does it have for you right now in your life and in your work? Allow yourself to connect with this animal spirit. Perhaps it's just a feeling, a thought, a color even. Now name this gift and claim it as your own. And bow and thank this spirit that has come forward. Now bring yourself back to the center. Reconnect with the starlight. Reconnect with the center. Reconnect with your spirit. Now turn your attention to the south and connect with the element of fire. What does fire mean to you? Sunlight, warmth, passion, will and desire. Feel its warmth. Feel the sun on your face. Fire is also cleansing and clearing. Focus on the feeling of fire. Allow yourself to connect with that energy. See the flames around you. An animal spirit comes from these flames. Notice who appears. Again, don't judge this spirit. Think about the animal. What skin does it wear? How does it feed itself? How does it live? Does it live in community? Does it live beneath the earth? Does it live in the trees? Know this animal, and what gift is it trying to share with you? What gift does it bring to you tonight? In your life, in your journeys, and in your work. Allow yourself to name this gift and claim it as your own. Thank the spirit animal of fire. When you're complete, you return your energy to the starry center. You feel yourself again filled with the star light. And in your mind, you turn to the direction of west, to the direction of the setting sun. Here you meet the element of water. Allow yourself to hear it, to smell it, to feel it. The element of water. Observe with all your senses this element. It's nourishing, cleansing, vibrant, cool, refreshing. It could be rushing, it could be gentle. You hear it, you feel it on your face. It quenches our thirst. Water represents our emotions. Connect with the element of water. And from the waters, pay attention now. What spirit comes forth to greet you here at the water's edge? What does it look like? Is it an animal that lives in the water? How does it live? Does it live in a group? Does it live alone? Does it crawl? Can it live in the water? Can it live on the earth? See this animal clearly. What quality does it share with you right now? Feel this animal's gift. Again, it could be a feeling, a memory, a sense, a knowing. Name this gift and claim it as your own. Now give thanks to this animal spirit. And you find yourself again returned to your center. You acknowledge that each of the animal guardians and each of the 3 directions you've connected with. And you turn your attention to the north. The north is where the snows come from, where the winter comes from. The winter, the earth, manifestation, our physical form. The earth is the direction of all the 4-leggeds and all of the green nations, the plants, the herbs. This is the element of the stone people and the crystals. This is the element of abundance. Go ahead and feel the earth. Feel it beneath your feet. Sense the forest deep around you. Smell its presence and see which animal comes forward now to greet you. Your animal. You give thanks for this meeting. Once again, pay attention. What does this animal look like? What its fur? Does it live together in community? What does it eat? How does it hunt? Is it hunted? Know your animal. Don't judge it or question it. Perceive all you can about the animal. And what gift, what is its special energy that it wishes to share with you in your life and in your work? What does this animal have to teach you? And now you claim this gift as your own. Thank this animal spirit. And now bring yourself back to the center, back to the starry center. But keep in your mind the animals that greeted you. Mark them again and the gifts that they've brought to you today. Give thanks to your connection to Mother Earth and Father Sky. Embrace this feeling of oneness and take note of any other sensations or wisdom that come to you. When you're ready, return back to the circle. Blessed be. And I will turn it over to Reverend Leslie.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Diane. Often, it is the elements and the directions that we use to access the medicine wheel. We've just had the experience of calling, of opening to the east, to the south, to the west, to the north. We connected just now to that unbroken circle of healing practices and guides. That is the medicine wheel. It's called by many names, and no one group owns this. It is human knowledge. My teachers introduced me to added points of the medicine wheel, and I bring this to you in this gathering tonight. So this is what I heard from them. They said, we only need to become aware. We only need to become aware to return to wholeness. Sometimes we forget that we're already whole. An elder of mine, his name is Will, he likens the healing possibilities to the electrical field that's usually in our homes. Like a room in your house is wired for electricity, and every so often around the room, there's an outlet. All you have to do is plug in to get electricity. This is what we need to do. We just need to plug in. So now we're going to continue plugging in as we've been led by Diane and Wendy. We're going to be reminded by sets of images, which are both video and still images as we move forward. We're going to be reminded of the fields that are available to us if we plug in. I'm going to also ask you, as Diane did, to sort of suspend your mental urge to question these, to wonder where the pictures are from. I'll tell you, they're all taken from the earth. And I invite you to interact with these images as they come up, and later with the music as it comes up, on the level of wider knowing, on the level of intuition, of your own attunement to the subtle. Become aware of what you are taking in as gifts from each of these that support your innate, already there wholeness. And the process of you connecting more fully and more consciously to what we call healing. There are 4 points of the wheel that we can add to our beloved east, south, west, and north. We're going to be adding above or up, and down or beneath. within or back and outward. So I invite you right now to open your awareness, open your willingness, open to what is going to be put before you, and take what you need. During this time, please keep your eyes open to what comes. So first, we turn up or above to Father Sky. And David, please play that video of Atacama. We open with awe. Be aware of the vastness. Father Sky, aho, pervasive presence, overarching protector. On the body of Father Sky are the planets, the asteroids, the stars. There is dawning, and day and sun. There's bright sky, moon, stars, galaxies, passing overhead, shadows. Beyond the beyond, beyond that. And he comes again with light. Father Sky brings order. There's movement. There is blue beyond the blue. All this, Father Sky holds. Several origin stories say that we come from the Pleiades, the seven sisters. The late astronomer and cosmologist Carl Sagan said that we are star stuff. The same elements that are in the stars reside in us. Father Sky, close as the air that we breathe and that pervades us, distant as the ends of the universe. When we plug into you, you offer us connection to bigness. Gratitude for the immense expanse of our Father Sky. Aho. And now we turn to beneath or down to Mother Earth. So we open to Mother Earth with devotion. We become aware of her abundance. And if the images come, they will be beginning at the deepest part of Mother Earth, in her very warm center. A flow of very warm magma. And we'll progress through crystals, into caverns of water that never see light, and into cenotes where light flows. We'll move up. So in the devotion to her, be aware of her abundance. She is supportive and sustainer, ever available resource. Every step we take is on her body. From the deep fiery places to crystals and salt and stone. And sand sculpted by winds. And water. She forms all the time, even new places under our feet. Things that are very solid. Take in what she offers. The variety is immense. It changes, it's shifting. It is unchanging and does not shift. Solid. Enchanted. Flowing and cutting. Rich and lush. She provides so much to us. Know that from this you receive what she is offering in each place that you see, that you visit. Mother Earth, close as the ground under us, and forgiving us all our trespasses. You bring us our place of life. Gratitude for the surrounding of what we call nature, our Mother Earth. Aho. The third turn is to the within, the back stretch of time. As you open your eyes to what will come before you, intuitively ask for a gift and receive the gift you need from each one. There's no right or wrong request you can make. No gift you cannot use here as we turn to the ancestors. And David, if you will run the ancestors, please. These ancient ones hold all our lineages and wisdom that comes from survival. These are teachers whose lessons we learn and whose lessons are already within us. Lessons waiting to be activated through our asking. What we see is different. What we know is how much the same there is. You all bring us to deep knowing, ancestors, to simple truths. For what you all provide, we bring gratitude for the grandfathers and the grandmothers of all of us, of all of our ancestors. They live in us. What they share lets us go forward. Gratitude to ancestors. Aho, ancestors. The final and fourth point is outward. Now, please close your physical eyes and open the eyes of your fuller being, of your soul. In the music that will be played, bring up your own images of the array of beings that travel on Mother Earth with us. And David, please bring up the music. We turn outward towards all our relations. Each is a companion and each is needed. The stone people, a nation like we understand nations so much. The standing nations of trees, those with leaves, with needles, the bushes, plants, the flowering ones, the seed-bearing ones. the ones of 1,000 legs, the ones of 100 legs, eight-legged, the web weavers, eight-armed, deep under the sea, six-legged in all their amazing variety, finned ones, ones with scales, crawling, winged, four-legged, the invisible ones that live on us and in us, as though we were each to them a universe. Each is a mysterious element along with us, and we are all present on the body of the same mother. Gratitude that we are never alone, that we are all connected. Matakwiasin, mitekwio oyesun, aho. Remember that these connections, above, beneath, within, and all, are available to you at any time. Just plug in. Take a moment, breathe. Please return to this Zoom room. We ran later than we thought, and so apologize. We can stay a little later for anyone who might have questions. And I would like to leave us to close from a talk that was shared with me just today by my friend and colleague, the Reverend Yocasta Tineo. She says, now more than ever, it is essential we holistically heal ourselves and respect each other as we simultaneously accept the truth that we are deeply interconnected to everything and everyone around us. This is healing justice. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming and sharing this evening with us. Thank you.
Thank you all.